What up guys, I'm Talis and we're back with another how to slice. If you're a fan of gaming and sports, this video is for you. So let's go. So this is a retro Formula 1 car control holder. As you can see, this is a really nice model to support your controllers. So in this video, let's check out the best print settings to print it. So as you can see, we got the 4 wheels right here. This is the car itself. So over here we got the chassis and we got the driver right here and the tire. So let's take a look. So first off, we're gonna start with these pieces right here and we're gonna leave the tire aside because the tire we're gonna be doing something else. So over here in print settings, we're going to be decreasing this value to around 0.18 millimeters on layer height so we can get a better quality print on this model. As for vertical shells, we're gonna be leaving at 3, so 3 perimeters, so we can get a really resistant and rigid model. As for infill, we're gonna be increasing to 15%, and we're gonna be selecting grid today. Going over here to skirt and brim, we do not need to add any skirt or brim to this part, so this one's got good bed adhesion. As you can see, this is quite nice. As for this chassis right here, we could be adding a little bit of brim just to hold this model. And the driver itself, we do not need. It's got good bed adhesion, so a really nice surface area. So we're just going to be adding brim to this one, but we're not going to be adding in the whole project. We're going to be adding separated. To do this, you can just right click, add settings, over here go to skirt and brim, brim type, brim width, and we're gonna select just a 4mm brim, outer brim only, okay? Just make sure your printer, your build plate's really clean, you got all of the dust off, all the oils from your fingers are off the table so you can get a good bed adhesion. So we have added brim to the left side, let's add to the right side. So skirt and brim, brim type, brim width. This way we're going to be adding a 4mm brim on the outside. So we have added brim. Over here on print settings, let's just go back. We're not going to be adding skirt and brim on this whole project right here. As for support material, we do not need any support material because everything is optimized for printing. So all of these wheels right here, they are at an overhang that your printer can print, so everything is quite nice. This is a overhang, this is quite an overhang, everything is really secure and well thought out because these models are optimized. So as you can see, the wheel is just an overhang, so this is quite nice. You do not have to worry with that. As for speed, over here in small perimeters, we can be reducing to around 55mm just to get a better quality print because you're going to be reducing on small perimeters. This is going to make sure you print really slowly to get a better quality and make sure everything cools down. So over here in the steering wheel, it needs to cool off to print it correctly. So the filament needs to cool off so you can lay other layers on top. So on small perimeters, it's always recommended to reduce a little bit of the speed, but everything you can be printing at your standard print speed. So as you can see, we have sliced and this looks quite nice. It's going to take 18 hours and 17 minutes to print, and as you can see, everything looks great. We have added custom brim to these 2 parts right here. It's a recommendation, it's a quite tip, it's a really nice tip to add brim to custom parts. If you have good bed adhesion and your pieces tend not to unstick from the build plate, you do not have to add this. Just to make sure you got a good quality print and just to make sure your print do not unstick from the build plate. So you can be adding this or not. So the driver looks quite nice. He doesn't have any issues to print and none of the parts. If we go over here to actually not fan speed, to speed, you'll see that it reduces the speed while painting in small perimeters. So this looks quite nice. This is going to make sure you get a good and really nice print. Let's go to the tires that we got a really nice tip to print them. So to print the tire, as you can see, the tire will fit in the wheel right here. So this is quite nice. As you can see, as this is a monocolor version, right? Because it doesn't have individual multicolors. But as this is an assemble, you can be printing each part in a different color to give a really nice aspect. So this is great. I love models like this one. So let's take a look at the best print settings to print this model. So for the tires, we're gonna be going over here to support material, and we're gonna be adding a raft just to make sure the tires do not unstick from the build plate. So what you can do is over here in raft, we're gonna be enabling raft. So let's select a 2-layer raft. First, we need to generate support material. So now we can be toggling over here raft layer. So over here in raft context, the distance, we need to be increasing to make sure it's easier to remove. But the more value you put over here, the worse the quality can be sometimes. So you can be increasing to 0.2 millimeters. If it's hard to remove the raft from the piece, you will be needing to increase to 0.2 to 0.3 or to 0.4 millimeters. So by adding a raft, it's quite nice advice to make sure this piece does not unstick from the build plate. Let's just slice to take a look. So as you can see, it's going to take 52 minutes to print on a standard NA3v3 SE. We're going to be having to print multiple of them, but I'm just going to be showing you right now by adding a raft. So we print the raft and then starts printing the tire. This is going to increase bed adhesion and will make sure that the model does not unstick from the build plate. So this is quite nice tip. So the models are ready to print. Make sure you check out stlflix.com for more models like this one, and I'll see you in another one.
I hope you guys enjoy it. Those slicing videos are an initiative from STL Academy, which is the educational project from STLFlix. So if you guys want to learn more about 3D printing, you could check our description and look at STL Academy courses. And don't forget, see you guys at the next slicing.